Autonomous begins, and the Blue Alliance makes a quick charge over towards the Blue Reef, but both pieces of coral from both the Stormbots and To Be Determined fall to the floor. Over on the red side of the field, it looks like one coral up from Swarm. They just missed their second one, but the third one does go up and on as we end the autonomous period. Teleoperated period begins, and a piece of coral goes into the Swarm machine, where they join their alliance partners, Aimbot and the Lake Monsters, at the reef. Swarm's piece of coral does stick, but Aimbot needs to readjust. It looks like maybe something is stuck where they will maybe head over to the other side of the field, and that does seem to be the case. Gonna go play some defense on the Blue Alliance. Speaking of the Blue Alliance, let's check in with them. A couple pieces of coral up high on that L4 of the reef. Stormbots heading their way over to the human player station, where they now have a piece of coral in their robot. Elevator up, arm over, lining up with the driver-facing side of the reef. Their alliance partners, Nerd Herd, just make a score up high as well, and they return over to the human player station. It looks like on the blue side of the field, 2811 Stormbots seem to be up in the air. I wonder if Nerd Herd or their alliance partners will be able to pull 2811 up off of that piece of algae. Swarm over on the red side of the field has almost filled the upper levels of the red reef, and they return back to the human player station where they align. Piece of coral doesn't quite make it in their robot, but they'll go again. Their alliance partners, the Lake Monsters, looking like they're trying to line up to something, not quite sure what though, and it's potentially a piece of algae. Looking like they are going and scoring some algae in the processor, but they seem to be chasing it around the field. We'll check in on them in a moment. Over on the blue side of the field, and it looks like 2811 is still up in the air. Nerd Herd desperately trying to pull them off of that piece of algae. We'll see if they can get them off in a second here, though, and it doesn't quite make it. Red side has decided they want to climb a little bit early. 7 seconds still to endgame, and the entire Red Alliance very close to those blue bumpers. But there is a robot in the air, that's Swarm. Aimbot has joined them up in the air, and the Blue Alliance moving over to get those last second parks with 10 seconds left. It looks like no one else going to move, but potentially To Be Determined up in the air. Those are bumpers off the ground just at the end of the match. We hear the buzzer, and the preliminary score is 66-57, but we'll get you final scores in a moment. Let's take a look at the final scores from qualification number 11. Your winners of this match, the Red Alliance, walking home with a score of 94 to 61. A couple notes about this match. Red had a G418, which is touching an alliance, the opposite alliance's cage, and that gave the Blue Alliance a ranking point for the climbs.